Andrea.
Silêncio! Prisoners are not supposed to speak unless spoken to.
He doesn't look amiable at all.
Bom dia, senhora.
Good afternoon.
Can I help you?
I'd like to speak with a prisoner.
I'm sorry, we don't allow any visits.
But
I'm sorry. Good day to you, senhora.
she doesn't look like a chief. More like a housewife. Common policeman, but of a certain age. I'm not going to write anything. I can't think of any email address. I don't have any means of fast escape ready yet.
Senhora?
Nothing, thanks. Oh, it's no good. He won't even speak with me. May I speak with you again?
Naturalmente, querida.
I need to borrow your car for a while.
Sim, querida. Where do you need to go?
No, you don't understand. I don't want you to drive me anywhere. I need to borrow your car. Of course, I would pay you well.
I see. Well, why not? Where shall I bring the car?
Great. Leave it in the street by the police station.
Aprovado, querida. Wait there and I'll bring the car there.
I don't have any means. May I speak with you again?
Naturalmente, querida.
So what about the car? I waited there, but you didn't come.
Querida, you were serious about that?
Sure I was.
I'm sorry then, but I really can't do that for you.
I should get going.
Aprovado, querida. But I hope you'll return someday.
May I distract you again? Do you think the plan will work? What if the guard won't go away immediately?
Don't worry, I've taken account of that. The grate won't open until the guard leaves the room. But then you'll have to act quickly and hope he will stay for a while with the chief.
I have a problem. I was meant to borrow a car from the taxi driver, but he's turned his back on me.
Regrettably, locals can't be trusted much. But I can make him cooperate.
What do you mean?
If you tell me the license number of the taxi, I'll be able to deactivate it remotely. I'm sure he'll be persuaded to reconsider.
All right, I'll find out the number. I should go. There's no time to waste.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you.
can't read it. The license plate is really dirty. May I speak with you again?
Naturalmente, querida.
I should...
Aprovado, querida.
I can't read it. The license plate is really dirty.
Senhora?
Nothing, thanks. Oh, it's no good. He won't even speak with me. He's over there. I don't need to write to him to tell him something. The guard refuses to speak with me, and it'll be no better with the chief. Even less so with an email. I should find the resistance first and get Richard out of prison. Well, I'm not thirsty. But what's more important, I'm not convinced about the purity of this water, although it seems clean. The resistance commander here in Caracas is a weird man. Actually, he is almost alone here, but he's doing what he can. May I distract you again? I should go. There's no time to waste.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you.
A taxi service ad. It must have been here for a while. A taxi... Scrubs by the road, but it looks more like a dumping place. There's a large piece of cloth. It may come in handy. The cloth has absorbed more water than I would expect. Good. The license plate is clean. All right, the number's G17007A. I hope this is the correct one. May I distract you again? So the taxi license number is G17007A.
Good. Now, hang on a moment. I'm going to deactivate the car. Done. Now go to the taxi driver. I think he'll be surprised.
I should go. There's no time to waste.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you.
Well, well, look at that. What happened to your car?
Eu não sei, não penduro tudo. Oh, I wanted to drive as usual, but then all of a sudden the car stopped.
Well, that happens sometimes when you don't fulfill your part of the bargain.
What? It was your work.
Well, not exactly. But what matters is that I can restore it.
Really? So do it, please.
And what about our deal?
Aprovado, querida. Wait there and I'll bring the car there.
That's the way I like it. All right, hang on for a moment. May I distract you again? That was a great idea. As soon as he saw his taxi just sitting on the ground, he promised me all I wanted. And I think he'll keep the promise this time.
Good, good. So I'm going to reactivate the taxi and you can go release Richard at last.
See, it wasn't so much of a problem after all, was it?
Aprovado, querida. I had no other choice.
I'll return your car to the taxi stall.
Ha, right. Here are the keys.
So, I have the transport ready. I hope the commander's plan will work. So, let's get going. Hopefully the virus will work.
Oficial Vedev, per favor, venha a mi escritorio.
Quickly, Richard, we have to get out of here.
Thank you very much, Andrea, for getting me out of prison so fast. Sorry for slowing things down.
Well, there was no other choice. But you're welcome. Besides, I didn't do it alone. The local resistance cell helped me out.
Anyway, there's one entirely different thing that concerns me. What the hell is Andy doing here? Neither me nor Andrea told anybody where we were going.
But I explained it to Andrea already, and she believes me. And you should believe me too.
But I can't. It's enough that you spoke with that disgusting murderer.
What? What do you mean?
No name. Are you trying to tell me it doesn't ring a bell?
Yeah, it does. I met him in the prison in Prague, but only in passing. Only later, someone from the resistance came and offered me an opportunity to leave, the same as you.
I don't believe you. No name is a damned bastard. And it seems he's been after me for quite a long time. I know how he can manipulate people. I'm sure he would have had no difficulties with you.
What do you mean by no name being after you for a long time?
I was never able to recall it until it came to me last night. No name murdered my whole family. Only I survived, and only because I fled. He didn't pick me randomly when he came to me pretending he was with the resistance. I disturbed his plans. He wants to finish his work. He's been preparing this for a long time. And the fact that Andorra has been planning some action against the state is only pure coincidence. It's nice that you came to help me, but you shouldn't have wasted your time. Now please, get out of here.
Richard, you can't.
No, I'll go. It's no use to argue. I'm doing the right thing for the first time in my whole life. But if Richard sees it otherwise, I won't urge it upon him. Hopefully we'll meet again someday as friends.
Didn't you go a little too far?
Andrea, no, I didn't. Andy helped me, and I'm grateful to him for that. But I simply don't believe that No Name didn't have his hand in all this. Besides, it will be better for Andy. He gets easily carried away. It's better if he stays out of this.
All right. After all, it's none of my business. I'm sorry for your family. I didn't know what happened to them.
We can't do anything about that now. We should focus on the task at hand.
Okay, you're right. We have to go to the Resistance headquarters. There, we'll find out what to do next.
So this is the famous Richard Rocek. There probably isn't anyone within the Resistance who hasn't heard about you.
What? How? I'm famous? Why?
You really don't know? Why, we wouldn't have known that Andorra's planning something if you hadn't told us. And now we know even more than the state. Furthermore, you take orders from the most feared agent of the state intelligence. And you're still alive. That's respectable.
But Andrea has helped me a lot with all that.
Don't be so modest, Richard. It's all true. Although I told you what to do, in the end, it was you who did all the work.
All right, but enough of the praise. While we're here, maybe we should get down to business, don't you think?
Absolutely. So, to the point. We know Andorra has found a way to overthrow the state. But what we don't know is how it plans to do it. And for what it needs the radium secretly mined in Prague. All clues point to the Andorra headquarters where all the orders came. We will find answers there.
So we should go and look there, shouldn't we?
But it won't be so easy.
The Andorra headquarters are extremely well secured. No one has ever infiltrated inside.
There must be a way. What buildings are those Andorra headquarters in anyway?
It's the seat of the company's topmost management and the biggest building in the whole of Brazil. It's designed with 3 towers, connected in the first third of their height by a helicopter landing pad. There are only 2 ways to get inside the complex. To go through the main gate or to land on the landing pad.
And I think I'm right to say that both of these 2 ways are out of the question. What about trying to get through security personnel? They're the only men, after all, so we may be able to persuade them somehow.
The problem is that they're not men. Security is handled completely by special types of androids.
It's impossible to get through them. Not only are they armed to the teeth, but also their intelligence is quite high.
But I have...
No, Richard, you can't simply paralyze them.
Wouldn't it be possible to infiltrate among the employees?
All the employees are carefully chosen from other Andorra facilities. They never engage anyone from outside the company. And those lucky men, if I may call them so, then work and live inside the complex. They never go outside. Absolutely all of them stay there until their death. Or until they commit suicide. It's unbelievable. But Andorra has its own cemetery.
I couldn't believe it too, but then I saw copies of the employee listings. The people really work there, even on their deathbed.
You have the listings of their employees? Can I see them?
We had to destroy them during the last police roundup. But ask away. I remember almost every word of them.
And what do they contain?
Only the identification number of the employees and their status. Active, dead, or dismissed. They weren't too detailed.
Dismissed? I thought all employees worked there until their death.
Yes, with 2 exceptions. We already checked them, but in vain. The first is probably already dead or missing, and the other is someone named Pedro Parentes.
Where does this Pedro Parentes live? I'll go and have a talk with him.
It's no use. And after his dismissal, they took away his card, and since then, he has been living away from people and has almost never spoken.
Right. I'll try to cook something up.
Go. Andre and I will try to search blueprints and documentation for some other feasible way.
May I interrupt you?
Sure, what do you need?
Or have you come up with something already? We haven't found any possible way yet.
So the Brazilian resistance resides in an old cigar factory?
In fact, we reside everywhere and nowhere at the same time. We move often, we are few, and we only rarely act. We're rather observant.
Maybe so, but you have nice equipment.
You mean that blinking monster behind Andrea? That's more of a hobby of one of our members.
Maybe this sounds a little strange, but you look just how I imagined a resistor commander would look like. But it surprises me a little that you have such a weak accent.
I've traveled a lot. In fact, I stayed in Prague for quite a long time.
I should go. I'll inform you if I think of anything.